guys, and welcome back to my video. It is Nikki here. So I have another exciting video for you. Yes, I have been, oh my gosh, I have been back to Primark. I thought this would be a really good video because I picked up their latest makeup. So the new makeup that I hadn't seen, like the Strobing Liquid. I hadn't seen the new baking powder that they've come out with. They've got some new lip kits as well. I've got quite a bit of makeup that Primark have come out with, and I thought I would test it out. I thought this would be a really fun video. I don't know, I know a lot of people do like a full face of Primark makeup. It's not going to be a full face, but it is just testing out their latest bits to let you guys know if it was a hit or a miss, and I think you might be surprised with the outcome. So if you want to see how I achieved this sort of makeup look, well, if you want to see what the products turned out like on my face and what was a hit and what was a miss, then carry on watching. So I'm looking a little bit crazy. I've got my base done, I've got my eyebrows on, and I've got a transition colour just to keep us all intact for all of these Primark products that I'm about to try. I'm really excited. They're all new. Some of the things I have tried before and some of them are completely new that I've never touched. So the first product that I'm going to be starting off with is the PS Setting Powder, ideal for baking. Now you guys know that I do not bake, but I know loads of you guys out there do bake, so I thought I'd try it out for you guys. And I'm not going to be using tons. Well, I don't even know how I'm going to be using it. It was £3, and this is in the shade Banana, I believe. Yeah, I believe they only do one. I asked the lady there. She said it was the newest thing. It's going to be helpful for brightening and reducing shine. And you guys know how to bake, whether it be under your eyes or down your T-zone. So I'm going to start off just by touching up my concealer because I've put some on, but I'm only going to use the Maybelline the Anti-Age Eraser. God, I can't speak today. The Eraser Eye in the shade Nude. And I'm going to pop a little bit of this just underneath my eyes, just to touch up. And I'm going to blend that out with a beauty blender. So it's going to give you the full effect for when I do bake, because the powder is going to be able to soak up all of that liquid. Okay, so now that we are all highlighted underneath the eyes, I'm going to be opening this up, and it is just kind of your normal applicator where you've got to sprinkle into the lid and grab it. So, oh my god, I can never take these seals off. I'm going to tap a tiny bit of this just into the lid, and it is very similar to like the Ben Nye Banana Powder. And then I'm going to pop my beauty blender into it, grab some on the beauty blender and pack it on underneath my eyes just to give it a quick bake. Okay, so far this powder I'm actually liking as a baking powder. It's very, very finely milled. It's not chunky, and that means that you can sort of layer it up. So I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to leave that just to bake for a minute or so before I brush it away. Now I've given that a minute to bake, I'm going to actually take a fluffy brush, take some more of that banana powder, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to brush away my powder. This is just going to help it not kind of congeal with the liquid. Okay guys, I'm not even going to lie to you, for £3, this setting powder is insane. It isn't like, I usually, if I do bake, I'm going to bake with the Kat Von D brightening powder in golden, but I always find that when I put that on, it makes my concealer darker. I don't know if that happens with some of you guys, but when I bake, my concealer goes darker, so it's not as bright. This has not changed the colour of my concealer. If anything, it's brightened it a little bit. And yes, I'm living. I am living for this bake. This might be my new favourite baking powder, guys, if I bake. It might be. I think that looks flawless underneath the eyes. I'm shook. Then I saw this. This, guys, I can't even. You know when they put something through the till and it's like £1? I was like, what? The silly thing is I even questioned her. I was like, oh, how come it's £1? I should have just kept my mouth stum and said absolutely nothing. Anyway, it's the PS Contour Kit. It says 3 shades to sculpt, define, and yeah, define features. It says contour, bronze, and highlight. I thought I'd just do a quick contour, seeing as my face is looking very flat and very one-toned. It says £4. It also has a contour brush included, but it went through the till and it was £1. And she didn't question it. I questioned it. And she was like, oh, I think they've gone on sale, blah, blah, blah. And I got into a whole discussion about, oh, it's gone on sale, I didn't know. What is wrong with me? I don't even know. So this is the contour kit. I'm going to open it up and we're going to have a look. I'm also going to try it with the brush because I guess it's only fair to try it with the brush. It comes like this. It's a small mini brush. Oh, and it's an angle brush. I'm not gonna lie, it's not something that I would go for, but I'm gonna give it a try just because it's not as big, but we'll try it. And the contour kit looks a little like, I can never get into these sealed packages, I just can't. It looks like this. So it looks fairly, I don't want to say light, but it looks natural, like it would be a natural contour. So it's got a highlight, which is a banana, that I assume you could probably pack over the top of this if you wanted to help brighten. It's got a cooler bronzer shade, well, it's got a cool contour shade, and I assume this is the bronze shade, but has it got a shimmer in it? It's not got any shimmer in it, so you could use it as a contour. So I think I might just mix these two together. Okay, so taking these two colors on the contour brush, let's just warm my skin up a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit more of the warmer one because I think it'll go nicely with my skin, and then I'm just going to start contouring my cheekbones and take that around my temple area as well. I'm also going to take that around my jawline and maybe just dust a little bit on the sides of my nose. So this warmer color, guys, I can't. It's giving me life, and for £1 with a brush. And do you know what? I'm sorry, I judged the brush, but the brush is actually really good. I've taken that warmer colour up as bronzer here. It's looking a little bit patchy just there, but that's me being a perfectionist. But it's contoured and it's warmed up my skin. I can't. I thought it was going to be a little bit fair for me. But what it is you have to build it up, so it looks very, very natural when I first put it on, which I think is a good thing with contour. You don't want it to be extreme straight off the bat. So I've built it up, but I've got some nice warmth here. It's really reminding me of Harmony, that MAC do. You guys need to go out and get this because it's on sale at the moment and it's £1. Guys, Primark has come through with the contour and bronze. Now moving on to eyes. I wanted this to be like an honest review. I wanted it to be what I would honestly buy, and I saw this and I was like, damn, Primark knows. I also went on the website and I know they've got some new makeup coming out. So let me know if you like this video down below. Just quick one out there. Let me know down below, give it a thumbs up so I can try out some more Primark stuff. This is the PS Precious Metals Liquid Eyeshadow. I swatched it, obviously with a tester. I don't think it was a tester, I think it was something that someone had opened, and it looked absolutely bomb. This is in the shade Molten Gold. I don't believe they did any other colours, and it was £2. £2, guys, and I'm so excited to try this because I tried it on the back of my hand and it literally would not come off. So I'm thinking that I've got my transition colour already, and I'm going to put this as like a cut crease. So I'm going to do it as like maybe a half cut crease and try and blow it out and see what the finish is. Like, it says full colour, which I believe it is, and it says metallic finish, and it also says crease proof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get into this. Okay, so I gathered that my approach is pretty simple. I'm going to go straight for it, and I'm going to pop it on to the lid. Look at that shine. For £2, I literally can't. It reminds me of, not that I've ever swatched them, but what I've seen of the Makeup Revolution, the foils that they do, like when you mix it, or like the Stila, when you mix it with the liquid and it turns into like a foil. This is like that sort of metallic finish. It's bomb. Look how much colour is coming out, and I've only dipped my wand in once. Guys, is it just me or does this look absolutely beautiful? I am living. Could you imagine like going somewhere and someone's like, what is on your eyes? And you're like, Primark, £2, babe. Primark, £2. Stunning. It is a metallic finish. It's like a, not a rose gold, it's like a champagne. Beautiful. What I'm going to try and do now is I'm just going to take my 217 brush with the excess product of my transition colour, and I'm just going to try and buff it out and see how nicely that works. Okay, so what I can confirm is if you try and put a powder over it or try and get rid of that sort of line, you're not going to succeed. The powder doesn't go on top of it. So that's the only downfall. So I'm thinking when you carve it out, you're going to have a carved like cut crease. You're not going to be able to blend anything over it. I think it's just because it's a liquid and it sets in that sort of way. So you are going to have to be quite neat with it. Or you have to be quite quick and take a 217 and buff it out if you want it more of a buffed finish. I obviously didn't have time or didn't know that at the time, so it is just going to be quite a blunt sort of cut. But overall, I do really like this product. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my transition colour, which was, oh dear, did you see that? I'm just going to take a little bit of my transition colour, which is Violet Voss. Are You Kidding Me? And I'm going to pop that on my 217, and I'm just going to blur that out on my lower lash line just to give me a smokier lash look. And I want to complete the eye makeup so you guys can see what it looks like all together. I then saw this. This is the PS Precious Metals Lip Crayon in the shade, I don't think it's got, yeah, Good as Gold, which is a cute name. It is a lip crayon, but it has this metallic finish that I thought would be beautiful as an inner corner highlight. I know you're supposed to use it on the lips, but I don't think there's any rules. I can use it on my eyes as well. So I'm going to pop this into my inner corners, and I'm just going to take a pencil brush just to buff that out and see how nicely that works as an inner corner highlight. Okay, so trying to push it out with a pencil brush is literally not working. It's just kind of it's lifting it and lifting my foundation. So I think if I didn't have long nails, I would now go in with my fingernails. I'd now go in with my fingers and try and blend that. But I'm going to try and salvage it. Because I really wanted this lip crayon to work, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try it just on the tops of my brow bone to give me a little bit of shine there. And it does the job. See, that's what I wanted it to do. It's just a little pop, and I wanted it in my inner corner. I think had I had not baked, this would have been fine. And it would have looked beautiful. Next, I'll be using a little bit of Primark's Volumizing Mascara, and this was just £1, guys. It's a mascara for £1. I'm going to pop a little bit of this mascara onto my lashes, and then I'm just going to pop on some fake lashes. It's quite nice on the bottom lashes where you want them to be very separated, you want them to be very clean, and you just want to lengthen them. It's a good mascara for £1. So now I'm really excited. I can't even speak, I'm not excited. So now I'm really excited. It is a time for strobing. I saw so many people try and get their hands on these. They have this colour, which is called Champagne. They've also got a light pink and they've got a dark pink. And I believe it's kind of like the NYX Liquid highlighters that they've got. It's like matte luster drops. That's what I would compare it to. It looks beautiful on the back of my hand. This is £2 and I can't wait to get into it. How am I going to get into this? No, it's pretty easy to get into. It's really cute packaging as well. It's nude up against rose gold, which I think is really cute. And it just has like a squeezy formula applicator where you squeeze the product out. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of the product out onto the back of my hand. And you can see it's just a really nice champagne colour. Then I'm actually going to go in with a damp beauty blender. And I'm just going to start applying that to the tops of my cheekbones and everywhere that I would highlight. This is unreal. I think with a powder on top. Let me try a Primark highlighter powder on top. Let me grab it and we're going to try that on top to see if we can intensify this highlight. Okay, so I'm thinking that we might as well show them that we really came to party. So I'm going to be using the PS Pure Glow Highlighting Palette. Unfortunately, I don't think that they do this anymore. I got this a couple of months ago. It was £5 and it more or less is like a dupe of the ABH Glow Kits that look like this. So I'm going to take these two shades, which are the most golden, right here just onto a MAC Duo Fiber Stippling brush, and I'm going to try this on top of this strobing liquid just to let you guys know that if you were going to use a powder to see if it does intensify it, which I'm pretty sure it will, so I'm pretty excited. So if you want to shine from the gods on a budget, you don't even need to be on a budget. If you just want a banging highlighter, we need to go to Primark. Because that strobing liquid paired with this powder is banging. This kind of reminded me of what Laura Geller Gilded Honey looks like. And that, for the price of that, is extortionate, if I'm honest with you. It is ridiculous. It's like £19 or something like that for a highlighter. This, the strobing liquid was how much? £2? And this was £5. So you can, oh, I can't even. Guys, you need to get this strobing liquid. It is insane. Now you guys probably know that I'm really kind of not a blush person, but I saw this and I thought, I'll pick it up for you guys and we'll test it out. It is the blush and highlight, and this was £4. It says 3 shades for a natural and radiant glow, and it's got a rich coral, sweet peach and champagne gold. So let's just open this up. I must say that Primark's packaging is pretty sleek, like it looks quite nice. And let's just go into that. and it is that the colours are beautiful, don't get me wrong. I feel like the colours are very summery, even though we are coming out of summer. They are very summery and they're very pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a mix of the dark peach and the lighter peach, mix them together and just see if they work really nicely as a flush on the cheeks. Okay, so I've got to say that this is highly pigmented, and the lighter one, I didn't notice at first, but the lighter one is actually like a sheen, so it's more of a highlight. So if you put that on top, you can kind of see the highlight that it gives you, and the deep coral is a beautiful color. It's very, very pigmented, so I do feel like I kind of just need to tone this down a little bit, just because I'm not used to blusher. I think it would work if you are a fairer skin tone, it would work if you are a deeper skin tone. It has just given me kind of like a natural flush to the cheeks, which is very summery. I'm just not a very kind of coral or blush person, but it is pretty nonetheless, and I do kind of like the coral highlight that it's given me here. Okay, so the next products I am absolutely genuinely excited to show you. I feel like when you go to Primark and you pick up anything from their makeup section, or anyone that owns any Primark makeup, the first pieces are always going to be lip liners, or they're like liquid lips or lipsticks. And you guys know that I love their lip kits. I love them, they are bomb. I've just got these two new ones, which are Cookie Dough and Flutter. I also own Chocolate Brownie, and if they come out with more, I'll get more. I know they've got one called Girls World, but it's really not my colour, it's that fuchsia pink, so I didn't end up picking that up. But I love their lip liners as well. So today, I think to match with my top, I'm going to go with Flutter. And then I'm going to pair that with Red Velvet Lip Liner by Primark. This is just the PS Lip Liner pencil. I'm going to pair it with that because this is a little bit darker, and I think it's going to go better with my lip colour. So let's just start off with the liner pencil. I don't understand why I can't ever get into packaging. Does this annoy you? It actually gives me OCD, guys. When I can't take off the wrapper, I can't do it, and it really annoys me, and then I get into a sweat about it and ruin my makeup over it. It's just not worth it. So this is £1 from Primark. We're going to line the whole of our lip, and then we're going to fill the lip in as well. So these lip liners are extremely, extremely creamy. This shade reminds me of Well by MAC. It would be a beautiful colour just on its own if I was just going to wear it as a lipstick. However, I'm going to put that liquid lip over the top just to lighten it a little bit. So I'm going to be using a little bit of the matte liquid lipstick in Flutter. This came in part of the lip kit, and I'm just going to dot this all over the lip and then just give it a quick finger blend. Okay, so I don't quite know how I feel about this lip. I feel like it's coming across on camera a little bit like a chola lip, but it doesn't in real life. I don't know if the colour suits me. I think that's what it is. I just don't know if the colour suits me. It's a little bit more purpley than what I like. Anyway, last but not least, we are going to be using the PS Illuminating Mineral Water Mist. This was £3, and I'm just going to spray this all over the face, just to get rid of like any powderiness, let everything settle in. It is not a fixing mist at all. I believe it's just a mineral water mist. But hey ho, we are going to try that, so I'm just going to shake that up and spray it all over. So for you guys that did watch my Primark haul, I did try it and I did get drenched. It has a lot of mist. I don't know if it's like the nozzle on it, but it just sprays out a lot, and anything around you kind of gets drenched. But I love it. I think it is a really nice illuminating water mist. It doesn't leave like patches. You know, sometimes when you do like Fix Plus and it leaves like patches and it takes your foundation off. This doesn't do that as far as I know. I like it. It's very, very hydrating, and it makes your makeup look refreshed, you know, like what Fix Plus does, because Fix Plus doesn't necessarily fix makeup. So I'm loving that for £3, and you get a lot in it. So if you are going through like refreshing mists, then this one's a good one to get for £3, I feel. So that is it, guys, for this testing of Primark makeup. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up so I do know. I'm going to give you a quick review on my products that were my staple products that I absolutely love, that I think you guys need to try out. I think you need to try out the Strobing Liquid. It was £2 and it's beautiful. If you are a fairer skin tone, they do have different colours. This one for a darker skin tone, it is gold, it is warm, it is beautiful. I also loved the contour kit with the 3 shades in it because it comes with a brush and it's £1. I don't think you really need to put any more thought into that. It's £1, it's on sale right now, so I would grab that. And I also really loved the setting powder. I thought for baking, if you guys bake, which I feel like most of you do, This is incredible because it doesn't change the colour of your concealer. That's what I found. It doesn't change the colour of your concealer, and that's why I really, really like it. I also really loved the metals, what's it called? The Precious Metals liquid eyeshadow, because I don't own anything like this. I thought this was very different. It's got a beautiful finish and it's just stunning. It's very glam, isn't it? And also I really, really liked the lip liner. So that is like more or less all of the products that I liked. I obviously really rate Primark makeup. So if you guys want to see a full beat face, like a full beat using foundation, contour, concealer, powder, the full works, then let me know down below. And I will go to Primark and I will get all these things and I will do a full face of Primark makeup, of their newest makeup. So let me know if you do want to see that. And as per usual, I love you guys so very much. Leave me all your comments down below because you know, I'm going to try and put this makeup down, because you know that I do read them all. And that is it, guys. I will see you in my next video. Mwah.